never study. And my mom would actually follow me around and help me do my alphabet and practice my handwriting. And initially, the whole joy of education was I get to do it with my family. But as time went along, I began to appreciate more and more that education was about power. That if you had the ability to control your destiny, and that's what education does, why wouldn't you want to take it? And whenever I see folks who aren't trying their hardest in school, I think to myself, my goodness, it's a one day in their life they'll figure out that they should have. We all learn at different times in our existence, but the tools that you gain in order to learn how to study and persevere and overcome difficulty are ones that are going to benefit you in your marriage, raising kids, being whatever profession you want to go into. And I've always felt that oftentimes that part of it, the emotional part of the value of education doesn't get conveyed. It's not just about learning stuff. You'll learn stuff whenever you learn stuff. It's about learning to control that if you change what's going on in here, you can change the world outside of your head.
Right. Which one of your teachers made the greatest impact in your life?
You think I remember names of my teachers from way back then? Darn right I do. I remember all their names. Mr. Pearson, Mr. Chase, Mr. Bacher. I'd say number one, they were all fantastic. But Mr. Hyde, who happened to be my football coach also. But he taught me history. And he had a way of communicating ideas to me that made him seem cool. And he was much bigger than the facts he was throwing at us. He was all about how we were going to use those facts as arrows in our quiver that we're going to pull out and use one day. Whether it's getting into a better college, going to the medical school, finding truth, deeper truths that you may not have otherwise gleaned. That's what got him going. And he also appreciated very much the power of neuro-linguistic programming. There's no quiz here, but let me explain what that means. It really, at its core, means the words you use have incredible influence over you. And if you pick those words carefully and use them wisely, they'll always support you. So if you're playing a game, you say, I stink, right? Well, your body hears you say that and actually processes it that way and begins to think you stink at the game. And so you perform that way. You can still get mad at yourself for missing a shot, but you can do better is a lot better than you stink. And that little difference is how he trained me to think differently. I remember running off the field after a game, in the middle of a game, and I said, I'm exhausted, I don't think I can go any further. And he said, if you say that, it's going to come true. In fact, whatever you say, you're right. You say you're going to win, you're probably right. You say you're going to lose, you're probably right. So that power is something you should never forget.
What factors contributed to your success in your profession?
Being a doctor requires that you have some comfort level with information, especially scientific information. But to be successful, it's not about what you can teach people. It's what they can teach you. It's about hearing people, having their deeper insights come into your psyche somehow and be able to pass that on to other patients. Because people don't actually care what you know until they know that you care. And it's that caring aspect of being a healer that differentiates really good doctors from guys who are getting by but could have been better.